皆さんこんにちは、メイです。私の日本語クラスルームへようこそ。Have you ever ordered food at the restaurants or went shopping at the stores in Japan? Were you able to understand what they're saying to you? Or if you haven't, have you practiced that kind of conversation in your Japanese class? And do you feel like you're ready for the real experience? Well, it is actually hard for a native Japanese speaker like me to catch up with like what is going on in Japan because Japan changes a lot. But today I am going to teach you the updated version of the process of shopping and having conversation at the stores in Japan. So after you watch this, you will have no problem with shopping in Japan, hopefully. So I am someone who was born and grew up in Japan, but I'm currently living in the United States. But I visit Japan every year or two. So of course I can say I'm familiar with a lot of things in Japan. But like I said, Japan changes a lot, like every time I visit there. In this video, I will go through the conversation at the stores such as konbini, super, which is a grocery store, and gift shops, and etc. So at any stores, at any restaurants, I mean anywhere, do you know the phrase you will hear when you enter the store, which is いらっしゃいませ. いらっしゃいませ, which means welcome or welcome to the store. And some of you might feel awkward about it, but you don't have to respond to that at all. If you want to respond to the いらっしゃいませ, maybe what you can do is like you can lightly bow like this. And that's good enough. And they say いらっしゃいませ a lot at a very random timing as well. So anyways, you're gonna pick up the items that you want to purchase from the store, and you're gonna bring those items to the cashier, right? Then when you're at the cashier, they might say いらっしゃいませ just once again, and you're gonna give the items to them, right? And I usually say お願いします when you pass those items to the cashier. So お願いします is a very versatile phrase. Do you know what this means? It means please, right? But actually anytime when you want to ask something and someone will take care of it for you, like it's you can just say お願いします to show a little bit of appreciation. Okay? And I think there are two things that any stores ask you. The first one is お支払い方法は? お支払い方法は? Or the longer version will be お支払い方法はいかがなさいますか? お支払い方法はいかがなさいますか? So this 支払い means to pay, and 方法 is a way, and いかがなさいますか is a very polite way to ask how about blah blah blah. So it means how would you like to pay? And do you know how to answer to this question? 〇〇で or 〇〇でお願いします. For example, if you want to pay with cash, 現金でお願いします. Okay? What if you want to use a credit card? カードでお願いします. カードでお願いします. What about if you have a payment app? アプリでお願いします. Okay? When you're going to use your credit card, they almost automatically ask you 暗証番号をお入れください. 暗証番号をお入れください. Which means please input your PIN number. That's because Japanese credit card usually require you to put 4-digit PIN numbers like every time you use your credit card. However, for example, my credit card from the United States doesn't require that number, but I can use the credit card no problem in Japan. It just goes through immediately without asking the PIN number. So yeah, like when I use my credit card from the United States, I don't have to put the PIN number, but sometimes they ask me to put the signature, and they say, ご署名をお願いします。ご署名をお願いします which means please put your signature. Okay? ご署名をお願いします. And the second thing that they ask you all the time now is 袋はご利用ですか? 袋はご利用ですか? Do you know what this means? 袋 is a bag, and ご利用 is a very polite way to say use. So this means, do you need a bag? Because they usually charge for a bag now, they kind of have to ask you every time. So if you want a bag, what are you gonna say? はい、お願いします。はい、お願いします。Right? And if you don't need it, what are you gonna say? いいえ、大丈夫です。いいえ、結構です。Something like that. And when I receive the item that I purchased, I usually say ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。Okay? So what if you need chopstick, utensils, or like paper napkins, something like that? お箸をお願いします。お箸をお願いします。フォーク or スプーンをお願いします。フォーク、スプーンをお願いします。ナプキンをお願いします。ナプキンをお願いします。And they usually never engage in a casual conversation other than related to their work. I'm saying this because in the United States, it is very common that cashier or especially the waiters at the restaurant, they talk to you like, how's your day so far? Or like, do you have any special plans for the weekend or something like that? And that almost never happens in Japan. Like they kind of like focus 100% on like what they have to do, okay? And I want to tell you one more thing that I feel like that's kind of interesting about the stores in Japan. So the self-checkout is a thing now, right? It is very common in Japan too, but it's a bit interesting because I kind of feel like it's half manual and half digital. So when I visited a konbini for the first time in a while, when I visited Japan the last time, I got very confused with that. So at the checkout, you know, the cashier scanned like every items that I want to purchase, and then like he said nothing to me, and I didn't know what to do because, you know, they usually say something to you, right? So like I just waited. So there was this kind of like awkward more than 5 seconds of silence. And then like I finally realized that there is actually a screen that's in the like back of the cashier, but that's facing toward me. And then like when I look at the screen, like it says first like number 1, like how do you want to pay? Number 2, like do you have this point card? And then like maybe number 3, like do you need a bag or something like that? So what I was supposed to do was like answer those questions on the screen by myself, and then like choose how to pay and like either put like my credit card or cash and finish paying there. And I'm pretty sure that was not a thing like 2 years ago when I visited there, but it seems like it's a normal now. It's very common now. So I just really wish that guy told me, like, at least just please look at the screen or something like that, so that we could avoid the kind of awkward silence. And also there are some grocery stores that they scan your items for you, but after that you got to bring the items and receipt to kind of like self checkout register and pay by yourself. And when you leave the register zone, you gotta show your receipt once again to the person who's standing there. So like I said, I got confused more than a few times last time I visited there. But these are the things that I learned from those experiences, so that you will not get confused when you visit Japan, okay? If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section. If you enjoyed this content, please like this video and subscribe for more content like this. じゃあまた。